We've all experienced loss in our lives. It could be the passing of a loved one, the end of a relationship, or even a career setback. I remember when I first truly encountered grief. It felt like a visitor I never invited, lingering longer than I ever wanted. The world seemed to shrink, colors fading as my own world felt like it was falling apart. But even in those moments of immense pain, I realized the importance of finding ways to navigate through the darkness. It wasn't about forgetting or replacing the pain, but learning to carry it with grace and resilience. I dove deep into Stoic philosophy, its teachings becoming my compass, guiding me through the storm. Today, I want to share those very principles that helped me find strength, acceptance, and even growth in the face of grief. This isn't just about my journey, it's about equipping you with the tools to face your own battles with loss and emerge stronger on the other side. The first step, and often the hardest, is acceptance. Accepting that the loss is real, that the pain you feel is valid, and that life as you knew it has changed. This doesn't mean denying the pain or pretending it doesn't exist. It's about acknowledging it, allowing yourself to feel it fully, and then gently beginning to make space for healing. Imagine a deep wound. You wouldn't ignore it and expect it to heal perfectly. You'd clean it, dress it, and give it time to mend. Acceptance is that act of tending to your emotional wounds. It's about understanding that grief is not a sign of weakness, but a testament to the depth of your love and the impact that person or situation had on your life. It's okay to not be okay, to feel the waves of sadness wash over you. But remember, you are not defined by your grief. You are a vast ocean, and while grief may be a storm you're weathering, it doesn't erase the depths of your strength and resilience. Embrace the reality of your loss, not with resistance, but with open arms and a compassionate heart. Allow yourself to grieve, to cry, to scream if you need to. This is your journey, and every emotion you experience is valid. Don't judge yourself for the tears that flow freely or the moments when you feel overwhelmed. Instead, offer yourself the same kindness and understanding you would extend to a loved one going through a difficult time. Remember, acceptance is not a destination, but a journey, a continuous process of acknowledging and honoring your emotions as you move through the stages of grief. It's about finding peace within the storm, knowing that even in the darkest of times, the sun will eventually rise again. When we lose someone or something dear to us, it's easy to get caught in the what-ifs and the regrets. But true healing begins when we shift our focus from what we've lost to what we shared. Reflecting on the good times, the laughter, the lessons learned, these are the treasures that grief cannot steal. Think about the person you lost. What were their quirks? What made them laugh? What values did they embody that resonated with you? Remember the moments that made your heart sing, the inside jokes, the shared dreams. These memories are not meant to torment you, but to serve as reminders of the beautiful tapestry you wove together. Every life, no matter how long or short, leaves an imprint on the world. Reflect on the ways in which this person touched your life, the lessons they taught you, and the love you shared. These reflections are not about dwelling in the past, but about carrying the essence of that person or experience with you as you move forward. It's about finding gratitude for the time you had, even if it was cut short. Journaling can be a powerful tool during this process. Write down your memories, your feelings, and the lessons you learned. Allow yourself to be vulnerable on paper, to express the unspoken words and uncried tears. Reflection is not a one-time event, but an ongoing practice. As you move through life, take time to remember, to cherish, and to learn from the past. Remember, the goal is not to erase the pain of loss, but to find a way to coexist with it, to carry it with grace and allow it to shape you into a stronger, more compassionate individual. Chapter 3. One of the most challenging aspects of grief is the feeling of helplessness, the sense that our lives are spiraling out of control. This is where the Stoic principle of focusing on what we can control becomes incredibly powerful. We can't bring back the past, nor can we control the future. But we can control our responses, our thoughts, and our actions in the present moment. Start by identifying what aspects of your grief are within your control. You can't control the fact that you're hurting, but you can control how you choose to cope with that pain. Focus on taking care of yourself, physically, emotionally, and mentally. Prioritize sleep, nourish your body with healthy foods, and engage in gentle exercise. These small acts of self-care can make a world of difference in how you feel. Another powerful tool within your control is your mindset. When negative thoughts creep in, acknowledge them without judgment, and then gently redirect your focus to something more positive. Remember, your thoughts have immense power over your emotions and your actions. Choose to focus on thoughts that empower you, that remind you of your strength and resilience. Instead of dwelling on what you've lost, shift your attention to what you still have in your life. The people who love you, the experiences that have shaped you, and the lessons you've learned along the way. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. Reach out to your support system, talk to a therapist, or join a support group. Sharing your story and connecting with others who understand your pain can be incredibly healing. Chapter 4. Grief can feel incredibly isolating, like you're trapped in a bubble of pain while the world continues around you. But the truth is, you are not alone. Human beings are wired for connection, and in times of grief, that need for support becomes even more crucial. Reach out to your friends, family, or a support group. Sharing your story, even if it's just a few words, can lighten the burden you carry. Remember, vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength. It takes courage to open your heart and allow others to see your pain. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Whether it's a shoulder to cry on, a listening ear, or practical assistance with daily tasks, allowing others to support you can make a world of difference. Sometimes, the most profound healing comes from connecting with those who truly understand your pain. Consider joining a support group, either online or in person, where you can share your experiences and learn from others who have walked a similar path. Remember, community is not about finding people to fix you or take away your pain. It's about finding a safe space to be vulnerable, to share your story without judgment, and to draw strength from the collective wisdom and resilience of others. Even if you don't feel ready to talk about your grief, simply being in the presence of others who care can be incredibly comforting. Engage in activities that bring you joy, even if it's just a walk in nature, a cup of coffee with a friend, or a shared meal with loved ones. Remember, connection is a vital part of the healing process. Allow yourself to be supported, to lean on others, and to remember that you are not alone in your grief. Chapter 5. Grief can leave us feeling lost, unsure of our place in the world without the person or situation we've lost. But within that emptiness lies an opportunity, a chance to redefine our purpose and create a life that honors their memory. This doesn't mean replacing your grief or forgetting your loved one. It's about finding a way to integrate your loss into your life story and use it as fuel for growth and positive change. Think about the values that were important to the person you lost, or the lessons you learned from the experience you went through. How can you embody those values in your own life? Perhaps you can volunteer your time to a cause they were passionate about, start a project that honors their memory, or simply strive to live a life that would make them proud. Finding purpose isn't about achieving grand gestures. It's about finding meaning in the everyday moments. It's about approaching life with intention, kindness, and a desire to make a positive impact on the world. Maybe your purpose lies in supporting others who are grieving, sharing your story to offer hope and inspiration, or simply being a beacon of light in a world that can often feel dark. Remember, your purpose is unique to you. It's about finding what sets your soul on fire, what brings you joy even in the midst of sadness, and what allows you to honor the legacy of your loved one or the lessons you've learned. Give yourself permission to explore different passions, to try new things, and to rediscover yourself in this new chapter of your life. Remember, grief may have changed your path, but it doesn't have to define your destination. You have the power to create a meaningful and fulfilling life, one that honors your past while embracing the possibilities of the future. Grief is a universal language, one that we all speak at some point in our lives. By sharing our stories, we create a tapestry of resilience, reminding each other that even in the darkest of times, hope and healing are possible. I encourage you to share your own experiences with grief in the comments below. How have you coped with loss? What advice would you give to others who are hurting? Your words may be the source of comfort and inspiration someone needs to hear today. Thank you for joining me on this journey of exploring grief and resilience. Remember, you are not alone. If you found this video helpful, please share it with someone who might benefit from it, and subscribe to my channel for more content on navigating life's challenges with courage and compassion.